Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Bates and I'm a green status leader here on Kara's team. And Kara asked me to talk about leadership, which I'm a little excited and nervous all at the same time to talk about because I've never talked about it. But I have a lot of thoughts on it. And I have now been green for a year this month, which is pretty amazing to me. I have a team now of 159 people at last check. Which is also pretty amazing to me because I signed up and truly believed that no one would join my team. Nobody would do this with me. I would sell some mascara each month and that would be the end of it. And then all of a sudden I had this team and had to figure out what to do with it. And so I think that in the beginning I thought, I'll create a team page, I'll put a bunch of documents in there, I'll make sure I tag new presenters on these documents. Okay, I'm good. They've got their information. Okay. And then I didn't really know how to be a leader. And then I would think, okay, one day when I hit green, one day when I'm, at the status of all the leaders that I would see on Facebook, I'm going to do those things that they are doing. I'm going to post like they post. I'm going to talk about the things they talk about. I'm going to have the mindset that they have. When I hit green, that's what I'm going to do. And then I realized, no, I need to be doing those things now. If there are things that I think would benefit my business or my team, I can do those things now at pink and blue before I'm actually green to grow my team and help the girls under me. So for me, one of the biggest parts of leadership is really a different mindset. Leaders have a different mindset, okay? And what I always say to my girls is that I want them to strive to have a figure it out attitude, that they can just figure it out. And I want them to always ask, why not me? Why not me? I am deserving of all these things that everybody else is doing. You see that girl over there hitting really high PRS? Why not me? That girl having all the parties? Why not me? I don't want you to think that you can't do it. And I think that's a lot of the difference in someone who is a leader, and the difference in their attitude and their mindset is that they ask, why not me? And they strive to figure things out. So figuring it out, that means that I use the resources that I have to solve my problem. And I know that there are going to be roadblocks. There are going to be roadblocks in life. There are going to be roadblocks in our businesses. And how we handle those roadblocks and move on is what really defines us. So in my business, I hit a roadblock. No big deal. It is not the end of the world. The sky is not falling. My immediate reaction is not panic. It is figure it out. I go under it, I go over it, I go around it, I figure out something else. I figure it out. Always. That is my goal. I do not panic. I do not call my sponsor freaking out. I figure it out. I figure my stuff out. That's what I do. And I want you all to try and do that too. That figuring it out doesn't mean that I always have all the answers. It just means that my first reaction is not to panic and ask someone else, how do I fix this problem? What do I do now? I attempt to solve it myself, and I know that it is just a problem. It is something that I can get over and move past. One bad day does not make a bad life. So that's the first part. And I explain the why not me. That goes along with it. I'm not saying when one of these problems happens or something bad happens, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why me? I'm looking at the other positive things and saying, that could be me. Why not me? Right there. So the second part that I think is really even bigger than that to being a leader is creating a sense of community. You have these girls under you, and this is for me too. This is what I need. I need to feel like I belong somewhere. I need something that I'm a part of, that I can contribute to. I want to feel like I'm a part of something. So for me, what was really great with my girls and my team page was when we rebranded ourselves as Team Brave Beauty. When we became Brave Beauties, and that has meaning behind it, and it is an extension of Team Flourish and doing it scared. When we did that, I think we all felt like we were a part of something more than we did before. And creating that sense of community and just talking to your girls and knowing what's going on in their lives. And literally one of the other top leaders says, to be a leader, you need to love on your team. Essentially, you need to talk to them and be in tune with them, and you need to be there for them. Now, what that doesn't mean is that you solve all their problems all of the time as soon as they message you. okay? And I had to learn that the hard way. For the longest time, I thought, I need to solve all their problems. The minute that they message me with a question or they need something or they can't figure it out, I need to fix it for them so they can move on. And guess what? When I finally learned to step back a little bit, and if I wasn't answering a question immediately, or I went to bed that night, actually, because I work full time and sometimes I can't get to everything if I didn't respond to a message that night. When I followed up with them the next morning, oh yeah, I figured it out on my own. Oh, look at that. You figured it out. I didn't respond and you figured it out on your own. So your goal should be to create and help people figure it out and create people who want to problem solve and people who will problem solve and go out there and figure it out themselves. So you don't want to answer every question for them. You want to show them where they can find the answers, explain to them where they can find the answers, where they can help the girls underneath them so they can grow strong leaders. We need to pass that information on. If you're just giving someone an answer all the time, you're not really helping them. You're not helping them grow at all. It goes back to that old saying that I don't know who said it, that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And it's the same concept. So when I backed off a little bit and I wasn't immediately answering these questions, the girls were going and they were figuring it out themselves. When I wasn't answering every single question myself on the team page and hopping on there as fast as I could to do my duty as a leader, guess what? They were helping each other and they were working to find the answers and they were learning and growing together and empowering each other, which was fantastic. So, but the other thing with that is that I always do want to have an open line of communication with the girls. I want them to know and feel like they can come to me with anything, whatever concern they have, they can talk to me about it. And that, it's okay if there are concerns and that you can talk to me about it. We don't put those things on the team page and I don't vent down to my girls. If I have something wrong, I'm going to go up. I'm going to talk to Kara. I'm not ever going to vent down and complain to the girls on my team. And they shouldn't do that to the girls underneath them either. Because, once you throw the negativity out there, it really just breeds and it spirals from there. And this is the longest video ever. It's like 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I have no idea. I've never talked about leadership before, so my notes are forever long. Okay, so I think the last thing I'm going to tell you is that a leader leads by example. A leader goes out and does the things that she is asking of her team. You will never see me asking them to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. And if I am not able to do it right then, you better bet I'm going to go out and do something after the fact. I lead by example. I want them to be able to look at me the way that I look at Kara and think, if they're stuck or they're trying to figure something out, I want them to think, what would Kara do? What would Jessica do? Okay, before I panic or before I start asking questions, what would they do? And I want you all to be confident in your answers and be confident in the fact that you know what you're doing. You need to trust your gut. You need to be more confident and trust your gut and know what you're doing. And I think that is something that helps you grow as a leader. When you can be confident in your decision making and know that the decisions are good, that you can grow. So I think that's all. I think I'm going to stop there. I probably missed some stuff. This is figured out, roadblocks, community. Oh, the one thing I didn't say was it goes back to loving on your team. For me too, recognition goes a lot farther than reward. Being a good leader to me doesn't mean that you give away tons of prizes and do all kinds of incentives all the time. For me, just for Kara to tell me that she's proud of me or that I've done a good job goes so far. So just telling your girls that you see what they're doing, you see how hard they're working and that they've done a good job and giving them recognition when it's due, that is a good leader. That is what makes people happy, that makes people want to stick with you and stay with you, that creates trust and loyalty. And I think you all can be great leaders. I love watching you all grow. I love watching my team grow. I think I have some really exciting things coming in the future for the girls underneath me, and I can't wait to see where Team Flourish goes. I can't wait to see where your teams go, and I think we're going to have a lot of new elites popping up soon. So, okay, my rambling is over. I hope this was helpful, even a little bit. Have a good day.